Alright, let's make some Invincible customs. So the bodies I'm going to be using is the Marvel Legends Maria Hill and Marvel Legends Speedball. However, I'm going to have to do some modifications to Speedball to get rid of the pattern on the yellow gloves and boots. And to do that, I'm going to be using this Onyx Nail Polish Remover / Acetone. And I almost forgot the Q-tips. Be aware if you're using acetone, the odor is extremely strong, and on top of that, it could be dangerous to your skin, so I make sure to wear gloves and wear a mask when using it. So what I do is essentially put the acetone on the Q-tips and then rub off the paint on the figure. And if you need more proof on why you need protection when using acetone, that's what my cutting board looks like when I just put a little bit of acetone. So after getting rid of the pattern on the figure, I then decide to put it inside some boiling water so that way I can soften the figure because the joints are really stiff. And right now the figure is extremely soft and gummy, which is a good thing because I'm going to be then taking advantage of this by moving the joints, thus loosening it. So what I do now is just move the joints around, essentially breaking in the figure. Think of it like a brand new pair of shoes. You gotta wear it more so that way it can feel more comfortable on you. And this is important to do on the figure because when I put this suit on, I want this to be fully posable and least resistant. So the suits are here. We got Sinister Mark, and he actually included a Mark head sculpt, which is actually really cool because this wasn't listed, so I really appreciate that. Then we have Anissa suit right here, also looking nice. So let's check this out. So Mark comes with his cape, suit, head sculpt, and neck piece, and Anissa comes with her suit and skirt pieces. And after a few modifications and putting the suit together, this is what Anissa looks like, and I think she looks really, really nice. I'm liking the way this looks so far. And here is Mark with the unpainted head sculpt. That is the last thing we're going to do to complete this custom figure. So I have Mark on my alligator clip right now, and it's time to paint it yellow, black, and skin tone. Now, I forgot to record myself painting the head sculpt, so this is the only video that I have, and this is me when I was working on the yellow. So I started with yellow, black, and then the skin tone after. And these are the customs fully completed. And let's start off with Sinister Mark, and I think this came out pretty good. There was some obstacles though because I did have to cut the fabric, which did cause tears in the stitching, so we did have to fix that. And we didn't sew up the back because just in case I ever decide to put this on a different body mode, I have the option to do so. I also did have to cut the neck piece that came with the figure because it was way too long, but let's check out the head sculpt real quick. And even though I think I did a really good job, especially making it as clean as possible, I will admit though, the biggest problem that I have with this is that the paint came out pretty chunky, and I don't know why that is because I did thin the paint, and not only that, I never had this problem before. And here he is next to my first Invincible custom that you guys love to roast. I still think this figure's not that bad considering how, again, I did this in one day. I just wanted to try it out. Well, the good thing is I do plan on redoing this figure as a whole. And now let's check out Anissa, and similar to Mark, I didn't stitch up the back, and I did have some problems with the stitching on the bottom, but it's okay because we fixed it. I also forgot to mention that I used this Beacon Fabric Tack glue for the skirt of Anissa and Mark's cape. But yeah, overall, I do think this Anissa custom is pretty solid. I like the head sculpt, I like the body that I use, and here she is next to my first Invincible custom. Here is Mark and Anissa next to my Omni-Man custom. Now before one of you damn dust bunnies say something about, oh, that suit's not accurate, that's not Omni-Man. First of all, pick up a book because it is accurate. But anyway, I think this scales pretty well. What do you guys think? I'm sorry that this video took a long time to make. I've been really busy lately, but I'm glad that the customs came out good in my opinion. Who do you guys think I should make next from Invincible? Make sure to comment down below and like and subscribe for more customs.